In today's explainer, we're breaking down a pretty universal phenomenon, the architecture of natural attraction. We're going to map out the effortlessly magnetic guy. You know exactly what I'm talking about, right? It's that invisible energy, that undeniable presence that some people just seem to exude the very second they walk through a door. It feels a lot like magic, but actually there's a very distinct, totally learnable architecture underneath the whole shebang.
So let's kick things off with Section 1, Meet That Guy. Okay, let's dive into this. We all know that guy. Take a quick second and just picture him, maybe at a local coffee shop or holding court at a super crowded party. He isn't loud, he isn't waving his arms around, and he is certainly not demanding that everyone look at him. But when he walks in, the room just kind of shifts. It's a highly relatable social dynamic because, honestly, we've all felt it. Human beings are literally wired to notice when someone acts like a natural center of gravity. So what exactly is his secret? Why do people universally notice him, and why do girls naturally gravitate toward him whenever he enters a room? If he isn't shouting for attention, what invisible levers is he pulling to create this natural attraction without even breaking a sweat?
Well, before we get to the big secret, let's hit Section 2, Debunking Attraction Myths.
Because look, society feeds us this massive, totally misleading myth about what it actually takes to stand out in a crowd. We're conditioned to believe that to command a room you need a fleet of sports cars, ridiculously expensive tailored suits, or the flawless genetics of an absolute supermodel. But reality? Reality is usually the guy on the right. Just a normal guy rocking a hoodie or a plain t-shirt who succeeds socially not because of some absurd bank account or chiseled cheekbones, but because of something entirely different. The whole try-hard millionaire archetype just isn't the one naturally pulling people in.
Which leads us right into Section 3, The Secret Formula.
And the absolutely crucial point here is this. It's not luck. Seriously, let that sink in for a second. It's not luck. His social success is actually built on a very specific, totally attainable architecture, rather than some random roll of the genetic or financial dice. Dumb luck has absolutely nothing to do with why people gravitate toward him. He isn't just lucky that people notice him, he's actively, though, completely naturally, employing a proven framework.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is that the framework basically comes down to three specific interlocking pillars: social intelligence, high self-esteem, and comfort in his own skin. This is the recipe. It's not just one of these traits working all by itself, it's the unique combination of these three that creates the absolute magic of the effortlessly magnetic guy.
Let's move to Section 4 and see how this all builds together, why it actually works.
Okay, let's break down each of these traits to really understand the mechanics of natural attraction. First up, social intelligence. Now, this isn't just knowing the right facts or the cool things to say, it's way deeper. It's the intuition to truly read the room. It's knowing exactly when to step back and listen and when to step up and engage. Because he has this killer social awareness, he ensures that whenever he enters a room, his presence is felt as a positive magnetic addition to the group rather than some loud, annoying interruption. Basically, he flows with the social current instead of fighting against it. Next on the list is high self-esteem. And just to be completely clear, this isn't loud arrogance. Because his value is a strong internal foundation, he isn't out there frantically scanning the room, hoping people notice his expensive watch or his thick wallet. He brings his own worth right to the table. People are naturally drawn to him precisely because he doesn't rely on superficial status symbols, and he absolutely doesn't need others to validate his existence. That internal completeness, it acts like a massive, quiet magnet.
Finally, we have the ultimate catalyst, comfort in his own skin. This is the absolute 100% absence of needing to prove oneself. When a guy stops frantically trying to prove his worth, it completely removes all that nervous, heavy friction that usually pushes people away. Instead, he creates an effortless and super inviting presence. When he is that deeply comfortable in his own skin, it instantly makes everyone around him feel at ease and just drawn to his calming energy.
Here is exactly why girls fall for him. When you combine these pillars, that killer social intelligence, that rock-solid internal value, and that profound comfort in your own skin, that is the true key to natural attraction. The secret was never the sports car. It was never about winning some crazy genetic lottery. It's mastering the specific, attainable architecture. So now that you actually have the framework, which of these three pillars are you going to start building today?